Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about the best products that you can get at Sephora, in my opinion at least. I feel like I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so I thought it was time to do a little updated beauty faves. As I'm sure you already know, the Sephora VIB sale is currently happening from April 10th, I believe, all the way through April 20th. I will put all of the information in the description box. That's going to have all of the dates and when your specific tier can shop. Also, really quickly, I wanted to mention a giveaway that I'm doing. So I actually have an email newsletter, if you didn't know. I send it out every single Tuesday. Sometimes it's fashion, sometimes it's beauty, sometimes it's random Amazon stuff. This Tuesday, it is going to be all about the Sephora sale. So if you guys are interested in receiving that newsletter, you can sign up in the description box, and whoever signs up for that email newsletter today, or really throughout the next week, whenever you're watching this before I pull the winner, you will be entered to win a $100 Sephora gift card. I'm gonna pull the winner in exactly 1 week, so you'll still have a few days to use your gift card for the Sephora sale, and I'll notify you via email since that is what I'll have from your sign up. So be on the lookout for that on Friday, April 17th. I'll also try to come back here and put the email of the winner in the comment section. But just know with any of my giveaways, I will never, ever, ever ask you for personal information or money. So if you receive anything asking for those, just know it is probably a scam. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to cover in the beginning. So let's just dive in. This is going to be kind of random. I don't really have anything super categorized. I'm just going to yap about my favorites. We are going to start with the makeup category though. For primers, I don't really have anything that is like really standing out to me that's super new. Honestly, the main primer that I still continue to use is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I actually need to pick up another one. This is literally empty. It just kind of has that tacky feel, and I really do think that it helps your foundation stay on your face so much longer. As for some other complexion products, one that I love to use right after primer is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This is not a new product either, but this is one that has been consistently in my routine, and you'll see that theme with a lot of the products in today's video. This is not going to give you a whole lot of coverage. I don't use it for coverage at all, but what I do use this for is to give you a really nice, healthy glow under your skin that's not going to look oily or glittery. It is just so natural looking, and I feel like it is what makes me look like I have beautiful skin no matter what foundation I'm using. So this is a go-to, especially in the warmer months. As for foundation, the one that I have been consistently using is the Anastasia Impeccable Skin Blurring Foundation. I don't even know. It has such a long name, but this is definitely the one that I've reached for most often. I have it in 2 different shades. It is what I'm wearing on my face today. It is very full coverage, but I feel like it is still comfortable. It applies seamlessly. It doesn't look oily throughout the day. I've had my makeup on today for about 5 to 6 hours at this point, and it literally still looks the exact same as when I applied it. So this is definitely a go-to when I know I'm going to be wearing my foundation for a really long time. Even if I'm in hot weather, this performs beautifully. It is a matte finish, and if you are looking for something to get you through those events, this is really going to get it done. Now, if you're looking for something that is just super quick, this has been such a go-to for me. I did not expect to love this as much as I do. It is the LYS Stick Foundation, and I'm actually out of this. I need to repurchase. This is the last little bit that I have, but I love this because I can just twist it up, apply it really quick all over my face, blend it in, and go. And it actually has really decent coverage. I am very picky when it comes to foundation. I feel like that can make or break your makeup, and a lot of stick foundations I have not cared for, but this one is absolutely my favorite, and I will be repurchasing. Okay, this is exciting. I just realized that you can now get Tarte Shape Tape on Sephora, which is definitely new. This used to be an Ulta exclusive product, but I saw it pop up on Sephora, which I love because this is still my go-to concealer. I know that is crazy because this came out so long ago, but if you want the most full coverage concealer you can get, this is it. I'm wearing it today. I wear it pretty much every single day. I have not found a concealer that I truly love more. So I do prefer the original Shape Tape. They have the Shape Tape creamy version, and this one is good, but it kind of burns under my eye. So I think I'm gonna abandon this one once it's done and go back to the original. I definitely need to repurchase this one because I cannot go without it. This is the Rhode Beauty Pocket Blush, and mine is in the viral shade Toasted Teddy. This is a rather dark shade, so keep that in mind, but it is so beautiful. I typically use this right after I apply my foundation and my concealer concealer when I have all cream products on my face. I'll usually go in with some sort of cream contour, and then I'll apply this to my cheeks, blend it out, apply powder, and it's really going to diffuse the blush. And a lot of times I will layer a powder blush over top, but if I'm in a rush, I will just do this and I'm ready to run out the door. It is so easy. It is the most creamy blush I've ever tried. I guess since we're talking about blushes, we will just kind of move on with that category. The only other liquid blush that I really feel like is worth it is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. This is also really easy to work with, and their shades really stand out to me, especially this one. It is 50.5. It's just like the really coral one, but it is beautiful. It really does look so luminous and natural on your cheeks. I usually take this and put some on the back of my hand, and then I will take a brush and apply it to my cheeks. I feel like that is going to give you the most natural finish that isn't going to lift your makeup underneath. I will say this one is very pigmented, but I don't think it's pigmented enough to necessarily wear underneath a bunch of powder. I do think this performs really well over top of powder if you apply it like this. I would just go in with a blush brush, dab it like this, apply to my cheeks, and you will be good to go. Some other blushes that I absolutely love, you guys already know I'm going to mention the YSL blushes. These are like the only blush you will ever need. I have so many of them. I think I have 5 of them here. I probably even have more of them. You just can't go wrong with these. The packaging is beautiful. They're a great gift idea if you are buying for Mother's Day. Maybe your mom is really into beauty. These would be perfect because they look really luxurious, but they're actually a really nice product too. This one is probably the most neutral. It is in shade number 6. It is just going to be great for every day. It's matte, but it doesn't look overly drying. It's kind of like a very natural kind of creamy powder. I also have really fun ones like this bright red, which is so beautiful for summertime. This one is iconic. It is shade number 44. I think it's called Nude Lavalier or something like that, but it's actually kind of like a shimmery dusty rose that definitely has some like purple flecks in there. I don't have any other blush that even looks remotely close to this, so this will be a favorite for a long time. This is number 12, kind of a darker option, and then this is actually what I have on my cheeks today. I did layer it with another blush on top, which I'll talk about in a minute, but this is probably my most used as of recently. No matter which shade you get, they are all stunning, and they're great for beginners or people who have been doing makeup for 10 years. Now, the blush that I layered on top today is from Rare Beauty. This is the, I don't even know what they're called, like the luminous blushes that she came out with. Unfortunately, these break like crazy. So I just used this today and it broke somehow, but it is such a beautiful peach shade. This one is in the shade Joy, and I will just take like a fluffier blush brush like this. This one is actually from Ravi Beauty. Is that how you say it? Allie here on YouTube, her brand. But this is like the perfect brush to just like add a little bit to the apples of your cheeks, and this just gives such a gorgeous luminosity that you cannot get anywhere else. I've done a lot of bridal makeup and I always use one of these because it is just truly that glow from within look with a little bit of color. So I love these, but beware, they do kind of break, so you'll have to be very gentle with them. And another great blush are these from Say. They are the Super Suede Radiant blushes, and mine is in the shade Chow. This one I really love during fall. It's just like a nice muted burnt terracotta color. So I found myself wearing it a lot during that season. I do think it would still be beautiful now. It's honestly one that I reach for a ton, but I am interested in picking up other shades in this formula because I've really enjoyed it. Okay, we're gonna jump to eyeshadow really quickly. This has definitely been my favorite full-size palette I've purchased recently. It is from Natasha Denona, no surprise there, and it is their Eye Sculpt palette. I believe this one is in the darker of the two that they came out with. I chose the darker one just because I had a lot more shimmers included. So pretty much this entire row is shimmers, and I love the shimmer shades from Natasha Denona. They are stunning. This is what I have on my eyes today. Natasha Denona eyeshadows just blend so beautifully. They really are unlike any other formula I've tried. I don't think any eyeshadow can really hold a candle to these. That is why consistently in my recommendations videos, you will only see me recommending these eyeshadows. At least when it comes to Sephora, these are my absolute favorite. I think that they are worth every single penny when you're buying a full-size palette. The only other thing that I wanted to mention in the eyeshadow category are these beautiful shadows from Patrick Ta. These are the Eye Illusion eyeshadow duos. I feel like these made such a statement, I guess, when they first came out. People were loving them, people were hating them. Then he kind of like reformulated with a few new shades, and I think people really collectively loved them, including myself. I will say I cannot recommend these unless they are these two specific shades, because I have heard that the quality kind of varies, especially with like the first 4 shades that he launched, but these were in the second launch. And man, are they gorgeous, you guys. I just cannot say enough good things about them. This one is a little bit warmer. It's called When the Sun Sets. And then we have In Your Dreams, which is slightly more cool tone. You have like a champagne gold and a silvery shade. These I literally just apply with my fingers. I will just like really get my finger in there and press it onto my lid. And it is just the most stunning, eye-catching eyeshadow you've ever seen. Since we're talking about eyes, I'll go ahead and mention one of my favorite mascaras. This is the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water mascara. This is consistently my favorite mascara from Sephora. I really love a lot of drugstore mascaras. My favorite is the Maybelline Firework. So that is probably my #1 right now. If you guys want me to do like my favorite affordable makeup, let me know, because I feel like I've been in my affordable makeup era. But anyways, this is a really good mascara. If I'm layering mascaras, I always go in with this one. I actually did use it today on the base of my lashes, and I even went in and kind of spruced up my falsies with this too. I just feel like it's a good universal wand that is going to volumize, lengthen, do all of the things. It's not too dry, it's not too wet, it's easy to work with, and it is a tubing mascara, which means that it's going to be easy to get off at the end of the night too. Another mascara that I love and that I'm so excited to share is the MAC Giga Black mascara, and I'm so excited to share this because MAC is now on Sephora. I never thought we would see this day, honestly, but I am such a MAC fan. I have been since I was 12 years old. Fun fact, MAC was the very first brand of makeup I ever got. I asked for it for Christmas and my mom got me a few things, and I had the most insane makeup because I was just so excited to use it, and I don't even know why my mom let me do this, but thank God she did, because here I am doing this for a job like 20 years later. But yeah, I have the funniest pictures of me in like a burgundy smoky eye at Christmas, and I'm like, what were you doing? But anyways, needless to say, I love MAC Cosmetics, and I'm so excited to be sharing them for the Sephora sale. And this has been in my routine now for probably 10 years too, to be honest. I have loved this for so long, specifically for my bottom lashes. It's pretty much made for that. It's kind of like a miniature mascara with a miniature wand that really gets in there for those smaller lashes. And I weirdly have very long bottom lashes, so something like this is essential for me. As for false lashes, I have primarily been using self-stick lashes these days. If you have not tried self-stick lashes, you really should, because they are such a game changer. I love a lot of affordable options, but if I am wanting something that is a little bit more dramatic or that I know is really going to stay put, I will go with something from the brand Velour Lashes. This is my favorite high-end lash brand. They have never done me wrong. I actually have these little self-stick half lashes on today. As you can see, they're very subtle, but I think that they just give such a beautiful look to your eyes. And all I did was pop them right underneath my real lashes. You cannot feel them at all. You press them together with your real lashes and you can run out the door. Truly the easiest thing ever, and they have a lot of different options, so I will probably repurchase some of these during the sale because I'm just obsessed. I don't really have anything legendary to mention as far as bronzer and highlighter. The only bronzer that I really still love from Sephora is the YSL bronzer. I've actually hit pan on this one. I use it all the time. It is amazing. It is so easy to use and the colors are beautiful. And as far as highlighters go, a lot of what I've been using is also affordable makeup, but I will say I do love this highlighter from NARS. It is in the shade Electra. It's what I have on my cheeks today. It is so freaking beautiful. It's just like that perfect kind of champagne gold color. It goes with any makeup look and it gives you that kind of like blinding highlight if you want, but you could also diffuse it too. And it doesn't pull out any texture in my opinion. I don't know. I just think it's great. Okay, let's talk about lips. As far as lip liner, the #1 I have been going back to over and over and over is this one from Charlotte Tilbury that actually has 2 sides. So this one has a darker side that I line my lips with, and then it has a lighter side that I fill in my lips with. You could just do that, apply lip gloss and go, but typically I do still apply some sort of liquid lipstick. But what I love most about this is the longevity. It really stays put on my lips. It doesn't feather or anything weird. And I also just love the color. This one is in the shade medium, I believe, and it is just like the perfect nude for me. I just wish my lips could be this color every single day of my life. It just looks so good. It matches my complexion perfectly. I don't really have a lot of liquid lipsticks that I love from Sephora, but I will say the one I have on my lips today is from Dior. It has been a long time favorite of mine. This one is in the shade 100. It's just like a great basic nude, and these are really long lasting. These are kind of interesting, and I wanted to mention them because I love them specifically leading into like spring and summertime. These are the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Sticks, but they are specifically the high shimmer version. I didn't really care for the original because I just felt like they were kind of sheer and you have to reapply often. It's just not really my jam, but the high shimmer version is very unique in my opinion, and it kind of acts more as a gloss because of the shimmer, and with something like that, I don't mind reapplying. So I actually have 4 shades of these. You can tell I love them when I have that many shades. Maybe I only have 3 shades, but either way, these are so pretty. This is Fenty Glow Fussy and See You and Maui, which is a really pretty coral. I feel like you can't really see the difference on my hand, but once you apply them to your lips, especially this coral, because it kind of has like a reflective gold aspect, they are so unique, and I just love wearing these in the summertime. I'll just put on a little bit of a lip liner, apply these over top, throw it in my purse, reapply throughout the day, and your lips just look stunning all day long. Some other lip glosses, I had to mention my favorite of all time, the Charlotte Tilbury Plumpgasm Lip Gloss in the shade Nude Gasm Diamonds. This is pretty much what I wear on my lips every single day. It is what I'm wearing now. I probably need to reapply it. It is just like the perfect nude that gives you such a pretty shimmer as well. I feel like it goes great over top of any lip color, so if I don't know what else to wear, this is what I'm grabbing. It doesn't run all over my face, which I've had an issue with. With other lip glosses, I used to love the Fenty Gloss Bombs, but I was having this issue with my lips like running all the way down my chin, and I could not figure it out for the longest time, but I finally did, and I unfortunately think it was the Gloss Bombs, or any lip oil will do that to me. But this does not for whatever reason, so this is a go-to, especially if I have like a long night ahead of me. Speaking of lip oils, I know I just said that they kind of run on me, but if I am doing a lip oil, I'll usually do just a lip liner, not a liquid lipstick, and then apply the lip oil. And my favorite lip oils right now are from YSL Beauty. So this one is in the shade 100. It's like a really simple champagne kind of pearl shade. This is another one that I feel like goes with any look, and it is just stunning and comfortable on the lips. I also have this one, which is in the shade number 1. It's kind of fun. It's like a reflective purpley shade. And my favorite, I cannot even find right now, but it is the shade Honeymoon. That one is kind of like a nude beige color with reflective gold. So pretty. I think it's upstairs, probably in one of my purses, but that is definitely the number 1 I would recommend. And then I also wanted to mention one of my favorite lip balms is the Laneige Glaze Craze Tinted Lip Serum. I've talked about this a million times. I have this in, I think, 4 shades, maybe even more, but these are like the perfect combination of a lip gloss and a lip balm. They're super comfortable on your lips, but they actually have a lot of pigment. I mean, here is the red one. You could definitely wear this as a lip gloss. And it has a little donut applicator, which is so comfy and cute. And I just love that they're actually going to give color to your lips. Like even the lightest one here, it's such a nice brown shade. Sometimes I just hate spending a ton of money on a lip balm that's like basically clear and gives you nothing. If I'm going to be paying dollars and dollars for a lip balm, I want it to give me something, and these definitely do. And I think this is the last lip product I wanted to mention, but these are really nice to have leading into spring and summer. They are the Super Goop Glow Gloss. They have SPF 40 and they come in 3 different shades. I have tried so many different SPF lip glosses, you guys, and these are the winner. I have all 3 shades. I will use them all summer long. You have to get them. If you've ever had sunburnt lips, you know how awful that is. So please do not let that be you this summer. What I love about these is that they're actually just a really simple lip balm. A lot of them that I would try were like a full-on lipstick, and a lot of times when I'm going to the beach, I do not want to be wearing a lipstick. I want to be wearing a very simple, subtle gloss. And that is exactly what this is. It's comfortable on the lips. They do have different shades, like I mentioned, and you can tell the different shades, but they're not overwhelming. Here they are swatched. Over here you have Vanilla Soft Serve, which is definitely the lightest. Then you have Pink Peppermint in the middle, and then Strawberry Spritz, which is kind of orange. And the last thing that I wanted to mention for makeup are a couple of setting sprays. Still, my go-to is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray. This is just going to bring life back to your skin after doing your makeup. This is what I apply to really blend everything together and give me like such a nice natural glowy look. That's also going to lock in my makeup. Now, if you have a lot of events coming up this summer, if you have any weddings that you're going to and you want your makeup to stay put all day long, you need this setting spray. I swear this is like my #1 hack for makeup that's going to last. It almost is like a hairspray. It's pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie, but it works. It is the One Size On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. I mean, you can see it kind of comes out like a hairspray, but it just locks everything in. I mean, it does not budge. I cannot go without this. I'm actually going to repurchase it. And if you want something super fun, they actually have a glitter version. So this is great for any concerts or festivals you're going to. And they just came out with like a brown sugar version, which is kind of like gold. So I'd be very interested in trying that. It would also be great if you have like a deeper skin tone. But that is it for our makeup category. This is going to truly be the longest video ever. So let's move into, I guess, some skincare favorites, and then I'll move into fragrance, and then we'll end off with hair because that's kind of like my least favorite. As far as skincare goes, I have like 3 different moisturizers, which is crazy. You don't need all 3, but I'll tell you what I like about each one. This one is from Bobbi Brown. It is the Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and this is an all-in-one primer and moisturizer, and I wholeheartedly agree with this. I actually use this before I do my makeup every single time. It hydrates my skin, it preps my skin, makeup sits on top of it beautifully. So if you're looking for a moisturizer that's going to play well with your makeup, look no further because this is it. I recently tried this moisturizer from the brand Do. I have no idea, but it is the Air Angel Peptide Plumping Gel Cream. I don't really know. I had just heard amazing things about this and I tried it and I'm so glad I did because it is also beautiful. It is more of like a gel consistency. So it's like thick and plumping like it says, but it has a consistency that really thins out. So it doesn't feel like a really thick layer on your skin. It's very comfortable and very hydrating. And I am picky with moisturizers because I do have dry skin and I hate the feeling of like greasiness on my face. I cannot stand it. And this does not do that. And the last moisturizer I wanted to mention is one that I have talked about probably at least 10 times on my channel and maybe even 50 if you include when I've talked about it on Instagram, but this is the Ole Henriksen Strength Trainer Peptide Boost Moisturizer. It is iconic. It feels so good on my skin. The only way that I can describe it is that your skin feels bouncy afterwards. Like it instantly looks and feels plumper, way more hydrated, and just like bouncy. I don't know. I can't describe it, but let me know if you've tried this, if you agree. It is just such a unique consistency. I use this one more so at nighttime. I am completely out of this and I will be repurchasing for like the 80th time. I cannot go without it. And if I'm feeling extra dry, I will always add in the Hydra Barrier Nourishing Face Oil. Don't be scared of oils, you guys. Even if you're oily, hydrating your skin to its full potential can actually help to combat that excess oil. I don't really directly apply it to my face, but I will just do a couple of drops in my moisturizer, mix them together, and then apply that before bed. This is a product that I love to use in the morning. It is the Merit Beauty Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. This is another one that I'm almost out of. I've mentioned this a lot too. It is just so great at calming down my skin. I feel like I immediately apply this and yes, I'm glowy, but my skin also looks way less irritated. If you struggle with redness or texture or just dull skin that kind of looks like it doesn't have a lot of color in the morning, or you just look tired, I feel like you should give this a try because I don't know what it is. It just makes me look more awake. To be honest, I don't have a ton of skincare because I've been using a lot of K-Beauty, which I typically can't find on Sephora, but I will say there are a couple of K-Beauty faves that I love, and one of them are the Biodance Collagen Gel Toner Pads. I have a lot of toner pads. I feel like I have tested a million of them at this point, and there are a lot of good ones for different reasons, but I will say these are probably my favorite. That is what they look like when you open them up. They're just like really wet, which I appreciate because like I said, I do have dry skin, and these are also really thin, so I will just get one out and I'll put it right over here on this cheek, and then I'll put another one on this cheek cheek. I'll let them sit for like 5 to 10 minutes and then I'll wipe the excess all over my face. You probably don't even need 2 of them, honestly though, because they are so wet. So if you wanted to conserve them, you could definitely just use one. It comes with 60 pads and they are just going to really hydrate your skin, and over time that collagen is just going to help with the elasticity of your skin. I also wanted to mention these toner pads that are new from Glow Recipe. They actually came out with these in 3 different varieties, I guess. I think one is brightening, one is exfoliating, and then these are the PDRN toner pads. I'll insert a picture here of all 3 of them that I got in PR, but these are kind of interesting. Number one, I really like the packaging of these. You have a little place on top to put your tweezers, and you open it up and you just have a big pile of toner pads, and these are kind of cool because have like a half moon shape at the top. So these are kind of intended for you to put right underneath your eyes. You can put one over here, one over there. Again, let them sit for 5 to 10 minutes and then rub the excess all over your face. These specifically are going to give you all of the benefits of PDRN. They're going to like repair your skin barrier, soothe your skin, and all of that good stuff. And the only other skincare thing I wanted to mention is my giant shark mask. I love this thing. It has multiple different settings. Obviously, the red light therapy is huge right now and it is so beneficial for your skin, specifically for anti-aging and reducing signs of aging. So if you have been in the market for one, this is my favorite. I have like 4 of them, and the silicone ones are great because they're really easy and flexible. But if you're gonna spend the money, I feel like you should just go ahead and get the shark one because it is very heavy duty, has a little remote, it has multiple modes. Like I said, it actually has like these under eye cooling pads. I love that feature. My husband loves this too. It just makes for the perfect self-care night. I have several perfumes that I wanted to mention. These are all fairly newer perfumes for me. The first one is Jo Malone Raspberry Ripple. I feel like I've talked about this a million times, but oh my goodness, I cannot wait to wear this during spring and summer. It smells like the most delicious raspberry milkshake. That is the best way that I can describe it. It is sweet, it is fruity, it is creamy. It kind of has like that whipped cream vibe, but not overpowering. It almost smells like a raspberry jam that is like intertwined with a creamy like birthday cake ice cream. Incredible, obsessed, and it really does last. Jo Malone does a really good job at longevity in my opinion. Next up, we have Miu Miu Mutin. This one is going to be a very elegant scent. Obviously, that is kind of what you get with a lot of designer fragrances like this, but it is still a fruity floral. So I think this one is going to go really nicely into summertime too. It's like that cool girl, businesswoman, boss babe, has her life together, but still wants to be sexy, feminine, and fruity. That is exactly the vibe that this gives. It's going to be another go-to for me this year. It's so different than anything else in my collection, and I'm just obsessed. If I'm going to any like business meetings this summer, this is what I'm wearing, or if I'm like traveling to New York City or just somewhere like really cool, this is what I'm wearing. Now, if you want something that is kind of fresh and fun, just completely different, Fleur just came out with this new fragrance called Honeymoon. I just pulled my husband in here not too long ago to smell this because him and I are both like really into fragrance. And this is just so unique, so I had to share it with someone, but I'm like, oh my God, this is one of my favorites from them in so long. It has such a strong honey note, which I feel like is very different. I haven't seen that a lot in the fragrance world lately, but they did it in such a classy way. It's not like a skincare smell or like a sticky, nasty, like sweet honey. It's very soft. It sits on your skin really nicely. It says it also has notes of orange blossom, mandarin, and saffron. Saffron is one of the key notes in Baccarat Rouge, so I think that is what gives it that like classy feel, and the orange notes just make it a little bit more fruity, and it just balances with the honey perfectly. Another one that is not new at all, but it's new to me, is Prada Paradox. I actually redeemed this from one of my fragrance sampler sets that I got recently, and I just wanted to throw this in here because I have never received so many compliments on a fragrance. Every single time I'm wearing this, someone is like, what is that you're wearing? It smells so good, which tells me, number one, a lot of people like this, and number two, it lasts a really long time on my skin because a lot of times when I'm getting compliments, it is like hours after I applied this. It is a very, very sweet smell, so keep that in mind. kind, but it's definitely one of my favorite sweeter scents that I own. I think it's very wearable. It's definitely sugary and candy-like, but at the very end, it has a note of musk and a little bit of amber, and it is just so well balanced. And really quickly, I also wanted to mention the Dead Cool fragrances, and I really just wanted to mention these because I feel like these are so unique. They're technically unisex, and I just think that these are going to be really good for the very simple girl. If you don't want any of these like really sweet fragrances, nothing that's like in your face, I'm telling you, you are going to love Dead Cool fragrances. I just feel like these do a great job at having like a very natural feeling scent. This is one of my favorites. It is Mochi Milk. This one is on the slightly sweeter side. It definitely has that milky fragrance that they are known for, but it has like a touch of like that mochi pastry kind of scent thrown in there, but it's still very natural. So I'm obsessed with this. They actually sell laundry detergent and linen sprays, and that is one that I love to spray on our sheets. And then of course you have their very, very famous extra milk scent. This one is going to be very creamy. Again, a very natural scent in my opinion. It's just gonna keep it nice and simple. And I also think that these would make really great like signature scents. So if that is kind of what you're looking for, I would definitely check those out. And they're even good for layering. So if you wanted to like wear one of those as your signature scent and then still play around with some of these other fun fragrances, I think you could totally get away with that. Okay, let's talk about a new brand at Sephora. This is the Cycler brand. So viral and popular right now. I have a few products from them that I really love. So if you have been interested in trying them, now is a great time to do so when you can get them on sale. This is the Bergamot Bond Body Wash. Number one, I love the packaging. It's like a really big jug. It has a pump on it. It lathers really great. And I just love anything with bergamot. It's gonna be kind of in between a musky sweet scent and a fresh scent, at least this one in particular. And I also have the body cream. This I have been applying every single time I get out of the shower lately, and it just makes me feel very put together. It's kind of like a mature womanly scent, but like I said, it still has that very fresh feel, which for me is the best thing to use after I get out of the shower. So these have been such a great combination. They also have their very viral body oils. Now this one is in the scent Vanilla Verve, which is arguably one of their most popular. I'm not a vanilla girly, so I'm probably not the best judge of this. I would say this vanilla reminds me a lot of the Billie Eilish vanilla scent, if you are familiar with that, but I do love a good body oil to use when I get out of the shower to just really hydrate my skin, go over it with lotion and then perfumes and all of that, and you are just going to smell so good all day long. And they also have their perfume oils. I will say, I thought I was gonna be a little bit more impressed with these, but if you're someone who is simple, you like a more mild scent and you just wanna be able to like roll it on super quickly, these might be your vibe, but just know the scent is not super strong. And then I wanted to mention some body care favorites. Two of my favorite body washes you can get on Sephora. The first one is the Salt and Stone Saffron and Cedar scent in the body wash. Obsessed with this. I will always have this. I love that it's a big jug. It lathers really nice. I feel like it cleans my skin really nice, and this smells almost exactly like Baccarat Rouge. It is definitely one of those inspired scents, and I am here for it because I love having my entire body smell like Baccarat Rouge. It is so luxurious, and this one really lasts on your skin. So for a long time, I kind of alternated between this one and the Sol de Janeiro Delicia Drench Shower Oil Body Wash. I'll put up a picture here, but this is such a favorite of mine. I've talked about it so much. It really is the perfect combination of a shower oil and a body wash. You put them together, it is going to clean your skin beautifully. The scent is so amazing. It's like a really rich, like fruity floral. And the coolest part of this body wash is that it's also going to hydrate your skin at the same time. Nothing has left my skin more hydrated than this body wash. And again, the scent lasts for such a long time. And then another Sol de Janeiro product that I wanted to mention is the Bum Dia Bright Body Scrub. At least that's what I think it's called. I know it is the exact same thing as this. This is the body cream, which is equally as good, honestly. I usually apply this right before I walk out the door if I'm going somewhere because the smell is just so nice. Oh, it is just like such a nice floral scent. It's kind of like a tropical flower, almost like a hibiscus scent. I absolutely love it. And this one is like a thinner consistency, so it's really easy to blend out on your skin. I think it is supposed to have a brightening aspect. It says that it has AHAs and vitamin see. But the body scrub is the one that I really like. I use that in the shower. I recently just used it up, so I threw it away. But I just love the consistency of that scrub, and it has the exact same scent, of course. And it's just perfect to use when you really need like a deep exfoliation on your skin in the shower. Okay, and for our last category, we have hair. We will start off with a hair mask that I absolutely loved. This is from Amika. It is called The Cure. It is the Intense Bond Repair Mask. I've really been into bond repair, as you will see. I do wear extensions, but I felt like my real hair was kind of damaged. So I really wanted to try to fix that in whatever way I could. And this hair mask is just so incredible. Number one, it smells so good, and it is just so thick. I will just take like a big glob of this, separate my hair into 2 sections, apply it to both sides, and my hair is just so soft. I mean, you could literally just like run your fingers through it in the shower. Another thing that is going to make your hair so incredibly soft is anything from Pureology. This is another empty of mine. This is completely gone. It is the 21 Essential Benefits Leave-In Conditioner. So I apply this right when I get out of the shower. It makes it so easy to brush your hair. It's also going to provide heat protection. It's going to help preserve your color, detangle. It makes blow drying easily. Obviously, like it says, it has 21 benefits. I could go on, but just know you're gonna love this. It's like such a fan favorite. We do have a couple of other bond treatments. This one I will definitely repurchase during the sale. It is the Living Proof Triple Bond Complex. I feel like this works so well. You get out of the shower, you apply this to your ends, you let it sit for like 3 minutes before doing anything else. And I swear this really made my hair look and feel a lot healthier. If you are dealing with really damaged hair, you really should incorporate this product into your routine. It's so easy to use and it'll make such a difference, along with the K18 Viral Repair Mask. This one is so good. A little bit more complicated to use, but it is 100% worth it. And you're gonna get out of the shower, apply this evenly to your hair, let it sit for 4 minutes before you do anything. That is very important. And then you can brush your hair, apply other leave-in conditioners, do whatever you need. I think you use it like once a week or every time you shower at first, and then you go to once a week. A little bit more complicated in the process, but it is 100% worth it. Again, if you are trying to fully repair damaged hair, that is one of the only ways to do it. Speaking of getting out of the shower and the products I use afterwards, this has become a recent favorite. It is by Kerastase, and it is the Gloss Absolute Anti-Frizz Glaze Milk. This really does help so much with the frizziness of my hair, and it is a plus because it smells so good. It kind of has like a perfumey scent. I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love it, and it just makes my hair so smooth. So I'll usually do some sort of like leave-in conditioner, whether it is the Pureology or something else. I'll usually apply some sort of volume treatment to the top, and then I will go in with this. And that has been like the perfect combination. If you have like a lot of frizziness to your hair, definitely try that. And the very last thing that I had to throw in here is my Shark Glossy. I feel like I recommended the Dyson Airwrap for so long, and I do love my Dyson Airwrap, but honestly, this has kind of replaced it, and this is a lot more affordable. You get so many more attachments, and I just use this every single time I dry my hair. So I have the Glam in the gold color, but I do believe they just came out with the Glam in a pink. So I will pop up a picture somewhere on the screen. So pretty, and this thing just works incredibly. So here I have the brush on. I love that you have the hot plates on one side, you have the brush on the other. Of course, you can pop this off, and you can twist this to become an actual blow dryer, which is nice. I have mine packed up in a bag, so I'm not gonna unpack it, but you can see in the picture all of the attachments you get. I love that this one has a straightening attachment included in the device. That is like the main difference between this and the Airwrap. So you can use this to kind of like air straight your hair. I don't use that a whole lot because I just don't really straighten my hair, but I think that's really cool. You of course get the straightening attachments and pretty much everything you would need. So if you're in the market for some sort of blow dryer brush or curling device, check this one out. And especially in the pink, I love it. And that's it, you guys. I'm sure this was a long one, so let me know if you stuck it out with me. Leave a lipstick emoji in the comment section. I really appreciate you guys watching and supporting my channel. Don't forget to sign up for my email newsletter and be entered to win a $100 Sephora gift card. I will have all of the information for that and the Sephora sale in the description box. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you very soon in my next video. Bye!